Everyone, and welcome to another session of IndieX 2025. It's my first of the day, although we already had four amazing games since this morning. So let's keep up the tone with a strategy game that have kept me going for many hours. Although I was telling the developer, and I will repeat in a few minutes, that I'm actually not the person that played the most hours in my home. It doesn't mean that I haven't played it a lot. So it's with great pleasure that I have one of the authors of Mars Attracts, Bernard O'Rourke. Bernard, how are you?
Hello. Uh, I'm good. I'm good. Thank you so much for having me on. Appreciate being here.
So before we dive into Mars Attracts, I have, let's call it a legal question. Okay.
Hmm.
So all of us know about, well, mostly because of Tim Burton's movie from
Hmm.
1996, the IP Mars Attacks, which are based on trading card games by Tops that was started
Yeah.
in 1962. Um, is this in any sense official, or you're paying an homage to
No,
Mars
it
Attacks?
is. It is an official licensed game
Oh,
by Tops, who are the owners of the initial kind of trading card IP. So it isn't actually in any way connected to the movie. That was,
yeah, yeah,
the rights of that are with Warner Brothers or whatever. But they also licensed it from the
from
original
Tops.
creators who
Yeah,
who let us make this game, which was a lot of fun, really.
that's amazing.
Very exciting.
I did a indie studio from Ireland, if I'm correct,
Yeah.
get won the idea to start like a management game, a tycoon or a theme park a tycoon around this IP, and two, to actually get into conversations with the owner, the IP owners, and get the approval. How was it?
Yeah. So yeah, it was well. It was basically the concept that came first, and the concept of kind of playing as aliens and running this kind of like zoo for humans as a theme park game. That idea came first before we went looking for the IP. We were throwing around ideas for a video game, and that's kind of what we landed on as something that sounded cool and hadn't really been done before. And yeah, we kind of ended up then just like looking to see if we could attach an IP to it to kind of to give it a bit more exposure, but also to kind of really give us kind of flavor for who the aliens were, and let give that use the kind of IP to I guess inform players of like what the aliens were like, what kind of character they had, which Mars Attacks kind of fit perfectly with. It was so yeah, that was the first IP that we approached, but like it was absolutely the perfect fit. And yeah, we were genuinely kind of surprised that they said yes, but yeah, it just kind of all worked out.
Because if it was so, I had two fears on starting this conversation. One, of actually asking live, and I should have thought this better, because if this wasn't the case, I thought you were pretty brave to do something as similar as the original
Yeah,
IP.
yeah. No, we did. I mean, I think like people weren't sure about that as well. They thought, oh, they're just making a fun kind of fan game or whatever. But like, though it is, we try to do everything right.
Because if I recall, I honestly didn't know if this was the case, because I think at least for the last 2 years we've already played Mars Attracts. You sent us you submitted one of the first builds to a previous edition of IndieX, and at the time I was like, God, this is amazing. But still, from yeah, João is confirming on the chat that it was previously sent. But that's amazing, Bernard. That's really amazing that you got this. And now that we take the, let's call it, um, legal conversation out of the way, let's dive in why Mars Attracts is the perfect game for two types of, well, I would say three types of player. One is the tycoon or management game fans. The second is the obviously the ones that grew up with, especially Mars Attack. Well, for us in Europe, I think Mars Attacks the movie was our entry point to the IP, because
Sure.
At least as far as I recall, we didn't have that kind of. At least here in Portugal, didn't have tops trading
Yeah.
cards for I think until 10 years ago. And the third, it's the type of humor, which is obviously there's a lot of black comedy here on Mars Attacks, but you'll see this in a few minutes. So my suggestion is to go with First Frontiers. Bernard, another question is the fact that we have lots of illustrations, not only on menus but also on some dialogues or some communications, and even on our loading screen. They resemble a lot the aesthetics of the original trading card game, the game illustrations. We don't obviously imply a comic book like we recall. So, did you get the? Are you working with artists? So some art actually was commissioned from even from
No,
people
this
that
was
did.
all of this art was done in house by
Oh,
our art director Sammy, who is just a fantastically talented artist. His
yes,
background is
yeah.
actually in concept art for film. As I mean, you can tell by his illustrations, there's a very like cinematic quality to them.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, he was responsible for the concept art, which really I think defined a lot of the look of the game. And yeah, those illustrations, everyone kind of loves those.
And are you guys personally fans of like this was the Q wanted to if you were well, and also if you're
Yeah, so I think like the reason why this game specifically was basically like I think like first of all, yeah, we were all I think big fans of this type of game, and especially like games from the '90s like Team Hospital or Evil Genius or Dungeon Keeper. I think like we thought that there wasn't necessarily many kind of park builder games with that like sense of humor and kind of a bit more kind of a bit more let you kind of play the kind of evil side of kind of putting humans on display, not necessarily keeping them happy, but like actually
no.
torturing them and doing all this kind of cruel stuff. Yeah, we kind of thought there wasn't necessarily a lot of games like that around now, and we just wanted to make something like that.
I have to tell you that. So I was teasing that I the person that played. I played a few hours of Mars Tracks, but I'm not the person that played the majority of those hours. It's actually my kids and even my younger one. I remember the first time he watched me playing. Just look at the time. It was I was researching specifically with you. It was the stretchy kind of experiment. It was like, so what are you doing? Oh, so I'm experimenting with humans for science.
Having an issue
And
with headphones, they seem to have
sorry.
kind of. I think my headphones have kind of give out on me for some reason. It's okay.
Yeah.
I can use the speaker. I hope it won't interfere with the microphone at all. It shouldn't do.
But you know what? You that she used the darky here, but it's well, it's cartoonishly violent. Let's call it. It's not something. It can be family oriented if you.
I think so. I think like that was. I mean, I think that was kind of like that was a part of the IP as well. It was sort of like even the initial like trading cards, they were aimed at children, but they were very violent, but in a in a cartoonish way that like kids love, and maybe parents aren't so happy about giving to kids, but the kids themselves actually love it.
But actually, while I was investigating about the I didn't know. I didn't know that originally the some congressmen that against the original some of the original illustrations because they thought they were too, at least for the time. This was 60, I believe.
Yeah,
People were far more conservative. I would argue that nowadays, but okay, sorry, I digress.
I mean, that was that was a whole funny story. Yeah, we kind of looked into this as well, and only really found out about it after we started making the game. That the original cards were very controversial, and I think they were initially like the initial run I think was like pulled from release after about a year because they had to remove some of the more violent cards. And yeah, so I mean, for us that was kind of perfect. I mean, that was kind of the line we wanted to draw of like something cartoonish,
Yeah,
but with a good like dose of irresponsible violence in there as well.
yeah. And then there's this. So this this enclosure,
Hmm.
and whoever played Jurassic Park Evolution or what's it called? Well, Zoo Tycoon.
Yeah,
Uh,
or
ev-
Prehistoric Planet. That's the other dinosaur one.
yeah, everyone will recognize this,
Yeah.
but in this case, humans aren't the visitors; are the actual display
Yeah.
creatures.
And yeah, I think we really just wanted to lean into like that feeling of playing as kind of like a mad scientist or an
Yeah,
alien has abducted humans. Uh, yeah, so it's it's not just keeping them happy; it's embracing your kind of evil side as well.
yeah, and I want people to see humans feeding
Yeah,
because it's
that's yeah. A lot of people have really enjoyed that one. I think I like our animators as well. Just really enjoyed working on some of these. Just like some of the conversations we had about like kind of designing these assets were like, if you listen back to the recordings of them, they would just sound like we were kind of coming up with ways to torture people, or
yeah,
just like talking about the most like insane stuff about like how do you make a human, uh, how do you like design something to feed a human like that looks like a trough for farm animals. Yeah.
just a curiosity in this day and age where obviously you have to thread really with creativity. Do you ever fear that there be in any sense, because there's always for everything you do, did you feel that the humor wasn't couldn't be understood by a part of the they could hurt them?
Um, Not really. I mean, I think one thing that we like tried to avoid was like any humans that looked too specifically like a
Mhm.
particular group from the present. So we were
Yeah,
like
yeah,
going with very kind of stylized versions of historical humans. So like I think yeah, like if it was too realistic, it might be a bit poor taste, the violence. But because it has that nice kind of layer of like cartoonishness to it, it's okay. It's funny. But I suppose the other thing is that like as kind of a small studio, I think it's kind of we almost kind of have like more freedom to do stuff like this.
yeah,
Whereas
yeah,
like if you pitch something like this to a big studio, there'd kind of be like
yeah. There will be
investors and shareholders and a board of management who'd say like, oh, that's a bit risky. I don't know if we can do that. I mean, I think like us as a small studio, we very much kind of want to, you know, do those kind of things that we think is cool and are able to because it's just us. We don't answer to anybody.
yeah. And how is dealing with obviously this is, well, not going to private conversations or going to private, but I'm just since they are the IP holders, what was the dialogue between you as the author and the IP holders? Was it were they completely like um, check in terms of creativity for you?
Yeah, I mean, they need approval on basically everything, but they have been very nice and easy to work with. Like everything we've sent them, they've basically been happy with. I think maybe one design came back, but that was because of like it wasn't because it was too much or anything. It was just it didn't really work for them. But other than that, yeah, they've been very nice and easy to work with, and it's kind of surprisingly so actually. It's like you expect something like this would be harder than that, but no, like it was a really smooth process.
And the other, just the I already played, even if I didn't. Fact is that is like officially to the genre, they will feel at home with every single. Uh,
Yeah.
and that's why we're talking, and I'm building while we're talking because It's completely available, every single aspect that you even with up the approach that we have.
Well, I mean, I think that was like at the end of the day, it needed to be a good park builder. Like it couldn't just be smart use of the IP or a different kind of using that kind of like concept of like comical violence or whatever. Like it still needs to be at heart a good park builder, and I hope that we've made something like that.
And here we go, just for
Yeah.
comedy purposes. So we now built our observation post, and we are researching, well, being cruel to humans. So yeah, here it is.
Yeah, these, like I said, these animations were a lot of fun to design and just come up with like how many different ways can we think to torture a human.
We unlocked our bugs, which are like a pure theme park. So let's use it. It's a ride, and let's put it here just for have entrance. Let me build.
You need a queue.
Path. Yeah, and then higher.
The queue has to go beside the door on that side. Yeah, on the
yeah. Just want to keep it away because eventually I would like to decorate this. Okay, so let's go hire an attendant. Oh, you had lots of fun for the Martians, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, there's a few joke names in there as well as the sort of the kind of Martian sounding ones.
So I remember a security guy which is called Martian Freeman. No, it's Martian L. Jackson.
Yeah, there's a few funny names in there. Actually, a few, some of those we came up with, but I think the better ones were actually ones that were suggested by our Discord community. We've all the way along, like kind of our Discord community has suggested a lot of stuff that has since gone into the game, which is great to see.
In this game, I'm not asking for sales figures. Are you happy about the community that you're building, but also the feedback, and even if it's well in terms of sales?
Yeah, I mean, we've gotten some great reviews. People seem to be really enjoying it, and it seems to be doing the thing that we tried to do as well. Like we've got good reviews from like the PC Gamer and Kotaku and stuff like that. They said I think one thing that like a lot of the reviews said was like something along the lines of, "Oh, this was an insane concept. How did they ever come up with this?" But then also kind of talked about like it is actually a very good park builder, which I think is probably more important at the end of the day. Like whatever about the concept, if it's not a fun game to play, it's not going to last very long. But I think our feedback on the actual gameplay and what we've managed to put together has been very good. So I mean we're quite happy. I mean it's still only in early access, so over kind of the next kind of 7 to 8, 9, 10 months, we'll be adding more content, refining some of the features that are still a bit rough, and whatever else we need to add. We've been that's another area where taking on board a lot of feedback and just trying to kind of develop the game into the game people want to play.
Yeah, because there's always this. I would even say that past the initial smile of, oh, this is really a good idea, it has to stand on its own. As it's good that people are noticing this isn't just like a gimmick. It's far more than that.
Okay, well, yeah, I'm glad to hear you say that, because that's definitely something we've been trying to do.
It's decorations. So yeah, I'm on autopilot here, chatting with you and building. So
yeah, so
we have to take care of
just the kind of tutorial level to just kind of introduce all the elements. Got kind of like, all the basic systems kind of get introduced here on this level.
Did you debate internally if you were going to have like I think that is going to be getting energy? Did you debate that kind of necessity of the water grid or the energy grid? Or from the start you said no, we have to have this layer of worry, let's call it like that.
Yeah, kind of. I mean, it did, like, we were very clear on like we needed as many kind of like systems as possible, and systems that all kind of made sense and worked well with each other. And I think like stuff like the water and the power, it has so many different uses. Like you need it for rides, but you also need it for, well, actually, like, it's not fully implemented at the moment, but as we add more kind of security features and high security features, those will need power too. So it's like we really wanted to make a game where there were lots of different systems like that to talk to each other and kind of give the player kind of meaningful choice about how they manage their park. Are you trying to expand? So if you want to expand the enclosure, you have to go to the
blueprint
window, which
footprint
the tab above that.
Yeah. Sorry, I was
drag out
you're right.
This system actually is getting a bit of refinement. We will have an update, hopefully before the end of this month, to enclosure creation, and also a way for you to delete or to remove part of the enclosure if you want to change its shape.
Oh, yeah, because now we're missing. It's hard for you to want to reconfigure in the dates. Are you thinking of implementing that? Like,
so right now there's no way to make that enclosure smaller. You only can delete the whole thing, but we're adding a tool to increase the size and reduce the size.
Everyone. Oh, my guests are not happy, but hey, we're still building the park, so it's normal. Sweat it. Yeah, but now let's go to my inventory. Here it is. And a new one. So, oh yeah. So now you actually have some quality of life for our.
Yeah. They need more than just food.
So let's go to.
So that's under the top one, enclosures.
Oh, it's enclosures. Yeah. Okay. No hunger already have, so let's give it. So I was the first time I tried this, I was laughing because you went the humans are hamsters kind of route.
Yeah.
Even the water facility, that's complete.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, like, the idea with these basic things that you start off with is, they have to be something that the humans won't enjoy too much, because one of the things that you can unlock is better communities actually teamed around their enclosure, so you can get Roman beds and Roman fountains and even a coliseum later on to entertain them. But because of that, the basic stuff has to be pretty awful, because the things you unlock later have to be an upgrade. But also, it's just it's just funny. I hope.
Here we are. Okay, incoming message. Yeah, so humans might escape, so let's go build a security center. Let's do it. No, facilities.
Yeah, facilities down below the one with the road on it.
Oh, yeah. Let's go security. We can one, if I recall. Let me prepare power source. And let's go. Yeah. So now we hire 3 security guards. And oh, I was waiting to see Janelle Jackson here.
Yeah, I haven't seen any of the joke names yet, but I'm sure they'll pop up sooner or later.
Here we are. So let's see. Yeah. Let's run some experiments. So let's go. I think I already have enough people in my enclosure to do the. Oh no, I'm still missing one scientist. So let me just. No, I actually have them already. That's them. Let me just scientist. The names all right. Like the name structure for the aliens is something that is like canonical, because I remember also has some comics or some.
Yeah.
Is this that the Martians have officially?
Not really. No, that was kind of just something we made up, just because it sounds a bit like the the sounds that they make.
Okay.
But yeah, it was I mean, that's kind of an interesting one, because the lore for Mars Attacks, it isn't like, there is actually quite a bit of lore, but it's hard to know how much of it is really serious or is intended, because they were sort of there's a whole bunch of comics in the 90s and kind of crossover comics as well. They did a bunch of things with Image Comics.
Yeah, remember wasn't there evil Mars Attack?
There probably was. I think it was one of those things that just did crossovers with whatever they could. But I think like it was kind of nice for us in a way, in that like there was lots of lore here, but like I think it was something that we could kind of just take as a suggestion. Like there was a very kind of like, there was a core element that we had to put in, and then there was lots of other kind of like little bits of lore that we could borrow from and make our own as well, which I think was kind of nice. It was kind of a nice balance. It wasn't too kind of strict or anything like that. It was a bit more. We were free to bring our own ideas to it.
By the way, I don't need to have a janitor, so the janitors will all free. They will come inside the enclosure, or do I need to assign a specific janitor to?
No, he should be making his way into the enclosure. Possibly you might not have enough. It's just there are a lot of jobs for janitors to do, so you really do need to have a few janitors.
Yeah, and I noticed there's also some Martian vomit
yeah,
appearing somewhere if you don't take care of stuff. And these Martians, I think they're even worse than humans. Loitering.
Actually, have you built any bins? I don't see any trash cans.
No, oh yeah. So Martians, I'm really sorry. It was actually my fault.
I mean, they still are pretty bad. They will drop litter even when there are trash cans. But definitely, if there are no trash cans, they will drop litter everywhere.
Okay, so let's come on, monitor.
Also, if you click on the items in the enclosure, you can summon a janitor to them right away. Down the bottom.
Yeah. Here?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay, this is good. And we have... What happened?
I think that's blocked now. They can't
oh, yeah, it is.
The bin
it is, because I added that. And I just noticed that I sorry, but I actually need no. Get out of the way, because I go.
You should still be able to click on it even when there's somebody sitting on it. I think. I forget how our own game works now.
Go. No, leave. Please leave. Please. Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You're not. Yeah. And well, oh, I forgot to run another experiment. So let's do this. So where is it? Here. Yeah,
it's a little bit hard to see there. That was, I think that was another one that we got a very positive reaction to. A lot of people really enjoyed seeing this one.
Okay, everything is working perfectly. We have the storehouse close by. And oh, there's an experiment in progress. And then we're gonna have access station. Okay, let's go. Claim reward. So let's see. Yes. So expeditions.
And then if you change to focus, down below the picture of the human, to decor.
To random, yeah.
It'll give you some random decor items.
And then we're going to another era, like American Frontier.
Yeah.
Open the ancient Rome overlay. Yeah. I will
left.
One. Inventory. From, and we have George. And we also have footstall for humans.
Yeah, so really the whole idea is, to gradually unlock better and better things to make their enclosure a bit nicer.
Then we can see, yeah.
And yeah, you can just slowly unlock things to build up your park and make it a nicer place to be. But yeah, I think like we wanted it very much to kind of be a balance between keeping the humans happy and making them suffer for the entertainment of the guests. So it's, you can do one or you can do the other, but it becomes a challenge when you try to do both.
So, and what the over is, this stuff, they don't belong to.
Yeah. So it's the ancient Roman stuff will make them happier than that default stuff.
Yes. Let's go.
So you have to kind of gradually unlock more ancient Rome things.
And here we are.
Okay, yeah, I think that was enough. Complete the objective. Another thing we're working on is giving these Martian characters a bit more to do. In this level, this guy basically is just the tutorial. He just tells you how to play the game. But on later levels, we have special characters, and a feature we're kind of working on at the moment is giving those characters a bit more to do. So they will give you kind of like dynamic missions. They'll pop up at random times and say, I'd like to come and inspect your park, and then you will actually be able to see them walking around the park, and so there'll be a whole kind of new mission structure there. That's not fully implemented yet, but we're working on it, and that should be in a future update.
was just checking. Someone is saying that my actually, I don't know if you read. They are saying my audio is cracking. Please tell me if everyone in the chat, if you're still, please tell me. Okay, so plans from two that. So let's go. We need to abduct some. How many errors are we going to on the final version, or what's projected to exist?
That's a good question. So I think there are 5 now. Five or 6 now. I'm kind of forgetting myself, but we will definitely have another one added before the end of the year, and then we're hoping to get probably 2 more in early access.
What's your roadmap for the game?
So we are aiming for maybe sort of 9 months to a year of early access, of which we're kind of about a month or 2 into now. The game came out. I almost forget, about a month ago. So yeah, we are hoping to kind of do. We've got about 3 kind of fairly major updates that we want to drop, each with kind of new content, but also kind of refine the systems, some of the systems that aren't quite as tight as they could be just yet, over that course, and then we'll see if there's anything else that people want us to add. We'll try to get that into the roadmap as well. Yeah, I think it is quite important for us to actually listen to feedback and give people the things that they want to see, not just kind of just the features that we think would look good. So yeah, as I was saying earlier, we have quite an active Discord community, and they've been great at kind of giving us feedback on what works and what doesn't, and letting us know kind of what features they want to see next. So we're really letting that shape our roadmap.
How involved is your community with you guys? Are they close? Are they constantly giving you feedback to new updates and stuff like that?
Kind of, yeah. Like they are very good at just engaging with the game, telling us what they like, what they want to see, and yeah. So like some fairly major features have kind of originated from feedback suggestions. So yeah, I mean it's a great way to make games to actually know that people are interested in them, and are getting that feedback right away on how things are working.
Yeah, and also a sense of people feeling that the game is alive, or the development of the game is alive.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, like I know that like people appreciate to see that, but really, like from a development point of view, it is great to just kind of immediately get that feedback and have something to kind of work off, rather than making something and then waiting months to figure out if it works or it doesn't. Well, just a more immediate.
For those who just arrived, we were talking about this in the beginning of this streaming session. It's actually not based on the movie. It's based on the original IP that belongs to Tops. So the IP of Mars Attacks. What was the original name, Bernard?
It was Mars Attacks.
But before that, didn't it have another name, like Space something? It was renamed after the first, or at least in the middle of the first collection, if I recall.
No, I think Mars Attacks was the original name.
Was always the name?
I think so. I believe so. On like the original run of cards, it was called Mars Attacks.
Okay. So yeah, but just to clarify, And this is official with the IP. So Tops allowed the studio and the creators to create the official game on Mars Attacks, not the movie again, because the movie is property of Warner Brothers, isn't it? But
Yes.
the actual IP. So I was just clarifying this to people that arrived in the meantime, because there was a question there. Hey, I'm doing fine in terms of money, you know.
Yeah. I think this, this is the easier level. Things aren't too challenging just yet. But yeah, it's fun, hopefully.
It's really fun. Really, really, really fun. Oh, I should have built something extra. So now I have a stable, which is like a rarer decoration.
Yeah. So as you learn more about the humans by performing research, you kind of gradually get the ability to unlock better things for the enclosure. So as the game progresses, you'll be able to build nicer and nicer enclosures. But then also, perform more gruesome experiments on the humans. So it's kind of a vicious cycle.
Wait, I forgot about this. Okay, it's here. Research, because I don't have scientists researching humans in this enclosure. So let's hire a few more scientists. No, I'm gonna spend some money. I want those names. God.
It's just when you need it. Oh, there's one. Martian
Martian
Landau.
Landau. Yeah.
Finally.
So good. Wait, let me pick up some new humans. We have Zeta Flash on our chat saying looks an amazing fun but not so chill game. Stressful, he means. Congrats, Bernard.
Yeah. I would hope that it kind of like has that balance of it's quite chill to just sit back and build a park, but then also, stressful things can happen, I guess.
Are you adding events in the middle of the day?
Yes, so there will be more kind of dynamic events and custom missions. Hopefully, that look if you're doing well and everything's going well for you, the game will kind of react to that and throw some more challenge your way. Although and on the flip side of that, we are working on a full kind of like sandbox mode to just let players kind of chill out and build whatever park they want with fewer restrictions and no objectives getting in the way.
What, since you have such an involved community, what is the future that you felt it was the one that players asked the most? Was it sandbox or is something else?
Well, actually, the one, I think one of the immediate things at the top of our to-do list was allowing players to resize enclosures. And that's something we're working on at the moment. We will hopefully have very soon. But yeah, a lot of players, I think, are where maybe more than we expected, looking to just make a beautiful park. And if you build an enclosure and it's the wrong size, currently you have to delete the whole thing and start again. So yeah, a lot of people were asking us for a way to just change up the enclosure and make it a bit more aesthetically pleasing after they've built it. These a lot of these decor pieces are new as well. They've been added since launch, because that was another request that we had, was just more ways to make your park look good.
And it's funny how obviously you've been noticing this from your community. There are different types of players of this genre, aren't they? Like you just showed how usually I look at decorations in in tycoons or management games, which is like I have to put some, so let me cram
Yeah, yeah.
Because I always love to look at the maximizing the financial side or the management side, but it's good. There are different ways of playing it.
Yeah, and hopefully it's a game that you can play in both ways. You can just have the chill experience of building the park you want to, or you can really embrace the challenge of trying to get the park, trying to get make money and succeed on the objectives.
Let me just
Yes.
remind everyone that we've been the link to the Steam page for Mars Attract is been pasted here on the chat a few times already, and I would suggest that you go wishlist the game. There's a demo ready, isn't there?
Yes, there is
Yeah.
indeed. We have a demo, and we have the full game is also available.
Yeah, the full game is
Or
already
you have
available, so
the early access version.
you know how these things work, and I know there's lots of people that feel or they mistrust early access versions, but from what you have seen for the last 47 minutes with this chat with Bernard, the team is more than invested in developing the game. So if you like this, because it's a unique game, and there's did you feel this like thirst from people that love the genre for to have another theme park management game slash tycoon? Are people
Yeah, I think
into this
so.
type
I
of
think
game?
as well. I think we saw that like people really latched onto the idea of a theme park builder game with kind of a unique idea, that it wasn't just something they'd seen before with a different skin slapped on it. That it was kind of it had a unique concept and it was trying something different.
That would be my suggestion. So it helps a lot develop. We've been talking about this a lot in this 2 days or 1 day and a half. Is the fact that visiting, wish listing, playing, buying if you really enjoy the game, and obviously if you're a fan of management games, this is your cup of tea. But it organically helps a lot to developers by doing this. So please don't forget to do it.
Yes, thank you so much. And to anyone watching this who has already bought the game or even just given us a wish list, thank you so much. It means the world to us just that anyone has played the game or has supported us. It's absolutely fantastic just to see it, to see something we put out in the world and people engaging positively with that is fantastic.
But I was curious, is anyone here on the chat that already play Mars Attracts, the demo, or even already acquired the game? Is anyone here? Yeah, I was curious about it. Oh yeah, we have. And have you been getting lost creating your Martian theme park? Oh yeah, obviously. Do you know the proof of this is the fact that we were I'm used to the mechanics, and I was here having a really pleasant chat with Bernard, and I just noticed that our 50 minutes passed by. So this is if you
Yeah.
have a good example on what type of game, how fun it is, how relaxing at the same time. Obviously, I was playing the tutorial. Is the fact that the game completely, yeah, we were here just relaxing and pleasantly doing this and having this conversation, and we just finished our our streaming session for Mars Attracts, which is amazing when you get lost when you lose the sense of track of time. It's a good thing. Bernard,
Awesome.
yeah,
I'm glad to hear that. I kind of did too, even after
yeah.
I think just listening to you talk about the game was great. It's kind of almost just hypnotic. I wasn't even really thinking about watching what you were doing. But
Have you been guys doing this, like just participating in streaming and having people play your game and stuff like that? While you
say again?
while you chat, have you been doing streaming sessions like this with other developers?
No, I'm very rarely in front of the camera for stuff like this.
Oh,
Yeah.
so thank you for this. Thank you for the opportunity.
Oh no, not a problem. Thank you for having us. This actually had a lot of fun.
And Bernard, thanks a lot for what. First of all, for submitting Mars Attacks. It was always I have to. I don't know if João will be mad at me for saying this, but even the previous time that the game was submitted, it was we loved it so much. And it was really close in the previous year to becoming a finalist, but luckily you sent the game again this year because it's so good. It's so good. It's we're so happy to have Mars Attacks as part of our power of our finalists for 2025. It's an amazing theme park or management game. You're absolutely yeah, congratulations to the entire team for this because it's a work of passion. It shows that you're passionate about the genre, that you this is the game you wanted to do. And on the other side, I think for all indie developers, congratulations on um landing like the agreement with the IP owner. It means that it's possible if indie teams have good ideas to knock on IP holders' doors and see what comes out of it.
Well, thank you so much. Thanks
Yeah.
for having me and for all those kind words. I really appreciate it.
And I think the last thing is please I will say this again because it really helps developers. Go check the page if you somehow you can you like it but you want to try it first, do it. If you want to save it for a sale, also follow it because it really helps organically for all the studios. So please do so. You have the Steam link there. uh, so
I do
Bernard,
actually just
thanks a lot for you
mentioning
for
sales as well. We will be going on sale very soon. There is a Halloween sale coming up.
yeah,
I believe
it
it is
fits
starting next
fit
week.
fits the theme. So I'm just curious. Well, let's see if it will also be on our Steam event. So when we have a green light for that. Sorry. Um, so Bernard, thanks a lot for being with us this
Thank you for
hour,
having me.
and congratulations to everyone on the team. And we're going to do just a short pause preparing the next streaming session, which will start in 7 minutes. Please stay tuned. Thanks a lot, everyone. Thanks a lot,
Thank
Bernard.
you.
See you soon.
Bye bye.